Okay, good morning, good morning, good morning. We've been taking a little break on these videos because we've had new puppies in the program, and I have not gotten any sleep. That's why I'm all huddled up right now. I'm drinking a cup of coffee to kind of perk myself up, but I have not gotten a lot of sleep. We've done other videos on this puppy training stuff, but bottom line, you're not going to get a lot of sleep if you're doing it right. That's not what today's video is about. Today's video is about something very important. It's up there with letting dogs on the bed, up there with letting dogs on the couch. Um, Dog parks. Why you shouldn't take your dog to a dog park. Now, I will touch on the end of some ways that I use dog parks and how they can be useful if you're in an area where you have them. It's always good to use them in a way that is positive. But my issue today and the thing I'm talking about on the video is that most people do not use dog parks in a positive way. Okay, they use dog parks to kind of release their dog and just forget about them. You see many people at the dog parks in Los Angeles on their phones, not paying attention. Some people even bring their laptops. Like, the dog run and the dog park is not for you to forget your dog and just let them run around and make friends and play with dogs. It's so fucking irresponsible. Your dog shouldn't just be running around in the dog park with random other dogs, running up on other people, running up on other dogs. It's a joke. And I know people think that this is going to be all good. They're going to make friends. They're going to play. When dogs play, they use their mouth, okay? When dogs play, most of the time what happens is they mock fight. And that's what happens at dog parks, okay? I can have dogs here in my yard that I'm training, and they know the rules, okay? I send a clear message early on. If we're gonna have a little dog play. Like, dogs that play should be like a rave. All four on the floor. Four on the floor at all times, okay? I don't need dogs jumping up. I don't need them doing this mock fighting shit. That is gonna lead to fights. Okay, that is going to lead to fights. Let me be very, very clear. If you allow your dog to go to the dog park and you allow them to mock fight, they're going to learn how to fight because they're going to get this positive reinforcement from mock fighting. Does that make sense? Your dog will learn that fighting is a positive experience, and then they will fight and it'll feel good. It might seem cute, right? It might seem cute, but you're hyping your dog up and you're making a mess of your dog by allowing them to go to the dog park, do whatever they want, smell whatever they want, approach whoever they want, fight with whatever dog they want. And again, I know what people are going to say. My dog doesn't fight. They play fight. They play fight. They're just having fun. They're just being a dog. Your dog isn't in the wild. It can't just be a dog. Your dog needs to be trained. Okay? It's very important that you recognize that. Dogs in the wild don't have behavioral problems. Dogs in the wild that bite, they're dominant. They don't get put down. Dogs in the city, dogs in this world, if they bite or they're aggressive or too dominant, they get given up, sent to the shelter, given to another home, or put down. All right. If a dog bites a person in LA, that's it. I think they get two chances. And that's if they're lucky. Your dog bites twice in LA, they're getting taken by the sheriff or the animal control, and they're getting put down. I don't care what kind of dog it is. I don't care how special you say it is. That's what's happening. That's the reality. So people take their dogs to these dog parks and they just space out. They just check out and let the dog do whatever they want. Okay? The dog park is full of dogs with owners like this, and that's why the dog park is full of dogs that are a mess. Okay? That's an important thing to recognize. Number one, you're wasting valuable time that you could be spending working with your dog. Why the fuck would you take your dog to the dog park for an hour or 30 minutes when you could work with them for 15? Or exercise. You train them. You build a bond with them. No, but you'd rather sit on your phone all day at the fucking dog park while Fido runs around humping everything and trying to attack every dog. Sorry, I get a little worked up sometimes when it comes to dog parks because it's such a thing that people just think, oh, I got a dog, I should take him to the dog park. I've seen every time I went to the dog park, I've seen a fight. Now, granted, my dog, if I took him to the dog park back in the day, he would kind of float around the outside and watch the dog fights because he's not a conflict type of dog anymore. But I don't do dog runs or dog parks in LA. I will go to a dog run in the middle of the night or early in the morning if it's empty. If it's empty, why not? But there's also disease there. You don't know if everyone's dog's been vaccinated, what's been going on. There's just so many risks that are unnecessary. The dog park. I went there. It was in Silver Lake, and I saw a young girl with a blue pit. The dog attacked two other dogs and then bit a person on the fucking face. Okay? And apparently, this person takes their dog to the dog park for 3 hours a day. So you tell me if the dog park is a good way to teach your dog to socialize your dog. That's another thing. We'll do a video about socialization tomorrow. To socialize your dog around other dogs. I'm going to quote one of my favorite dog trainers, but if you think that having your dog in a dog run is going to keep your dog trained or get them to behave better on dogs, you're a fucking idiot. You're an idiot. It's not going to help your dog. It's going to fuck your dog up. It's going to teach your dog how to fight. It's not going to be helpful in the long run or in the short run. The only other thing I'll say is there are positive uses for dog runs and dog parks. Take a dog there and work the dog on obedience outside of the dog park. Okay? Hang around outside when there's a lot of dogs, a lot of excitement, a lot of stimuli for your dog, and then maybe walk them point to point A to point B, along one of the fences, holding your line. Maybe walk them so that one time they're close and one time your body's between. Use the stimulation of all these dogs to get your dog to focus in high stress situations. I think we talked about this in other videos. More old school dog trainers call it flooding. High stress situations, high excitement moments will help your dog to focus in moments where they're normally not used to working, right? And that's important. You got to push the dog past the point of excitement. And a dog park is great for that. Work the dog right outside the dog park on obedience. You will have a great, you'll find great results. You'll get much more compliancy from your dog when there's high stress. And what's the point of having your dog trained if they can't perform in a high stress, high volatility situation? I don't want my dog to recall unless there's a fight or they're going after prey. I want them to recall at all times. If I say here, I want my dog to come to me. So dog parks can be extremely useful in that sense. Take your dog to the dog park in the middle of the night or early in the morning when no one's there. Take your dog to the dog park when it's super packed, but work your dog outside. No one said you had to go in there. Work your dog outside with the fence between you. Use that stimulation, that excitement. Use it to your advantage. Manipulate it in the dog. Push them past that point of excitement and show them that even if we're at the dog park or near dogs or whatever, you stick with me, you listen to me, and everything will be good. Don't put, don't take your dog in the dog park, okay? Don't. I know you think you need to chuck it in there and just spend 45 minutes letting your dog just throw a ball at you. Don't do that. Train your dog. Don't just put them somewhere to placate them. Don't put them somewhere while you zone out on your phone. Train your dog, okay? And keep them out of the dog park.